60,000 people united. Today, our city becomes one as we celebrate country, stand beside her, families, and the everyday heroes living amongst us here in Atlanta.
It is a day to recognize our military, to cheer on our friends, and to revel in survivors' incredible courage and strength as they race down Peachtree to the finish line.
This is the day we form an unbreakable bond, passed on generation to generation.
This is Atlanta at its very best.
This is the AJC Peachtree Road Race, start to finish.
It is a proud moment for our city as we play host to the world's largest 10K race.
It doesn't really matter if you walk, you run, or dance your way to the finish line. Thousands have been lining the streets, and we're doing it together, cheering on everyone taking part in this 4th of July tradition.
This is the 49th annual AJC Peachtree Road Race. I'm Jeff Hullinger.
And I'm Sheba Russell. You know, this is not an easy course with runners tackling some of Atlanta's biggest hills. Take a look. The 6.2-mile course starts at Lenox in Buckhead. From there, you head down Peachtree, taking in the city's beautiful scenery and incredible architecture.
Our 20 cameras positioned along the route capture every moment, including those killer hills. But you have nearly 200,000 spectators with signs and cowbells and words of encouragement to get you all fired up, pumped up, set, and ready to go.
And it's all worth it as you make it to the finish line and get rewarded with that coveted AJC Peachtree Road Race t-shirt. And then there's some serious money on the line as well.
$70,000 at stake. That is the prize money. So who's taking it all home this year? Rick Garney has the very latest, how it played out at the finish line for the men, the women's elite, and the wheelchair racers.
He's a 5-time Olympian and now a first-time Peachtree winner. Bernard Lagat, 43 years young, wasn't satisfied with finishing 5th a year ago, so he came back and won.
I really wanted this, and in fact, I was training well. My coach told me, you're going to win this, and it is credit to him, actually, not even me.
Stephanie Bruce won her first national title by surging past her training partner and last year's winner, Alafine Tuliamuk. Bruce dedicated this win to her 2 young children.
My son said, "Mom, win the race," but he says that every time, and I don't always win, so it feels really sweet to come back here to Atlanta.
An upset in the women's wheelchair division as Susanna Scaroni clipped the tape first, beating her good friend and 7-time champion Tatiana McFadden.
My goal is always to go the best that I can go, and so that overall feels better about today. This was a really good race with Tatiana.
You don't sound too disappointed either.
No, she's great. She's a great competitor.
No such upset in the men's race. 19-year-old Daniel Romanchuk won for the 2nd straight year, blazing the course in 18 minutes, 39 seconds, missing the race record by barely more than 1 second.
I just kind of pushing as fast as I could, and whatever happens, you know, that happens.
At the finish line, Rick Garney, 11 Live News.
Out of all of these faces taking part in this 10K, one woman truly stands out.
This courageous mother we're talking about battled back against a flesh-eating bacteria.
Cindy Martinez lost 3 limbs, and over the last 3 years, she has proven that no obstacle is too great for her.
All right, and then scoops, heel to toe.
Sometimes,
from the wood to the wall,
the perception of limits pushes us to smash them.
I know, I don't want to use it as an excuse, but...
Cindy Martinez does CrossFit in Tequila 3 days a week.
Oh, it definitely kicks my butt. And not a little bit, a lot. Especially for me.
She has been without 3 limbs for 3 years.
They had never worked with an adaptive athlete. We've figured it out with different chains and straps.
Figure it out, push forward. Even if this workout
I'm nervous if I should do it.
is a warm-up.
Well, I just feel like they're really small.
An hour later, Cindy tries on new blades to prepare for July 4th's AJC Peachtree Road Race.
When I have no heel. So.
This
Come on, girl.
is new ground. 6 miles will mark her longest run.
It's going to be emotional for you when you go past the Shepherd Center.
Because Shepherd Center's right on.
Since not knowing if she would walk again.
I mean, I was pretty much going to die.
Memorial Day 2015, intense shoulder pain sent Cindy to the hospital. Pain caused by flesh-eating bacteria that left her on a ventilator.
I almost passed away.
and I wouldn't even have known it.
What's the next thing you remember?
I remember waking up and I had a tube down my throat. I couldn't talk. I still had all my limbs, my hands and my feet, but especially my right hand, it had gangrene already. It was black.
Cindy lost her right arm and both legs. The source of the bacteria remains unknown.
I didn't know what I was gonna do, but I knew something. I had to do something. I wasn't going to stay like that and just lay there.
4 months later, Cindy left the Shepherd Center. A year after, she biked 25 miles and ran the last one at the Marine Corps Marathon.
Now everything, I have to do it at a whole nother level.
Her motivation is at home.
Oh, I'm yellow, so okay, yes, we have to switch.
With husband David,
make up your own moves,
son David, and daughter Bianca.
3.
My daughter was 2 and my son was 5. They still see me cooking, cleaning, taking them to their school.
You know, she tells me, oh, I have a new personal record. And I look at myself and I say, man, it's been over a week or 2 since I worked out. And so I start going in the garage and I start doing push-ups.
Go!
In so many spaces, Cindy is in command.
All right, rest.
Here, she is not.
How you doing so far?
I'm feeling it. It's tough on me.
Here
It is so hot.
is something else.
Oh my God.
Here is a woman who has spent 3 years smashing limits.
Let's walk. Let's walk the rest of the way. Let's be done running.
I'll run a little bit more.
You sure?
Just so that
She got like the chills.
Here is a woman who refuses to slow down.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Figure it out, push forward. It's been the motto since Memorial Day 3 years back. The motto for her race on Independence Day 3 years later.
I'm not ordinary anymore. I guess I'm trying to be extraordinary.
What an incredible story. That was Matt Pearl reporting. And Jerry Karn spoke with her after the race.
How did you make it through this?
I just had support from my husband and my friends. They pushed me the whole way through. And I was able to run by Shepherd Center and my prosthetic ProCare and had a big crowd support out there. So it was good to have everybody out there supporting me.
There was some major star power at this year's race, a sort of confluence between politics and pop culture.
Huge. For the first time ever, famous rapper Jeezy teamed up with Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms to run the AJC Peachtree Road Race. Difficult course, 6.2 miles. It was all for a good cause, and we caught up with him right here at the finish line. At the finish line right now to share some of that love that he was able to share with 60,000 people today. Where's the mayor?
She's right. She's checking on her citizens.
She's checking on her citizens. Okay.
So that's the right response.
Right.
They ran.
Diplomatic.
I'm like, did you see the mayor?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys ran this race together.
Absolutely.
Bent on raising money for children.
Yes. The Kilometer Kids Foundation, my foundation, which is Street Dreams Foundation, and Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms Foundation, which is a scholarship program. And it was just all in the name of the city, all in the name of love, all in the name of fun. I finished.
Yeah,
so all those people out there that was betting against me, you need to donate to our scholarships.
Sheba and I are now joined by Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms, who joins us. Congratulations on running the race.
Thank you.
And you are an Atlanta native. Is this something that you did when you were a young girl?
I was younger. I think my first Peachtree was 1996. I was inspired by the Olympics.
Wow.
So I've done it just about every year. So not every year. And each year my goal is to break an hour, but somehow I just get further and further away from that.
For so many people, taking part in this annual tradition, the AJC Peachtree Road Race, is like being part of a big, big family.
And for one set of sisters, it is much more than that. Jennifer Bellamy shows us how this really has grown into a celebration of life and sisterhood. The 4th of July 10K race through the streets of Atlanta.
It all started 40 years ago.
First shirt.
Brenda George ran her first AJC Peachtree Road Race.
I ran track in high school and college, and friends I met in college encouraged me to run the first time I ran in 1979. And our birthday is July 5th, so we just started the tradition of the race, and birthday celebration is always on the 4th. Let's pick up the pace.
Her personal tradition expanded, including her twin, Linda Knowles, who shares that July 5th birthday, who has nearly 30 races under her belt. And another sister, Lisa Copeland, who's run in about 15.
It's the only race that I've been in where people line the entire way and just cheer you on, and it's so motivating.
Over the years, the sisters' ritual run has spread to their children, other relatives, and even friends.
Once you start, you can't stop.
But it's what comes after that brings some of the best moments.
We always go back to her place, which is here in Roswell. We jump in the pool in our Peachtree Road Race attire.
That's a tradition.
And then we just grill out and hang out at the pool all day.
Hopefully they'll get to the point to where it becomes a tradition for them and they're not running just because of us.
With this year's race, the latest and many more to come. Jennifer Bellamy, 11 Alive News.
This is Jerry Carnes. It is a boulevard of sweat, desire, and accomplishment. For many here, the AJC Peachtree Road Race is far from the most difficult challenge they've faced.
I have people that, know me and sometimes they're like, still can't believe you served back then. Yeah.
This year's Peachtree provided special recognition for the men and women of the U.S. military.
Make it feel extra special, especially on this day, 4th of July.
Whether they're veterans or currently serving, stateside or abroad, their Peachtree numbers have a distinct look.
I'm used to going to just military, like the Army 10 miler and things like that. It's cool for another race to just say thank you for our service.
Time and time again, Mark Nix started but couldn't finish the Peachtree. For years, he was just another sweaty face in the crowd. This year, he is Mark Nix, a member of the U.S. Army Reserve.
Motivation. And then when the fighter jet goes over too, that just puts chills on your spine.
It is a boulevard of sweat, desire, and accomplishment that proudly wears the colors of freedom. This year, more than any other, it is alive with the sweat, desire, and accomplishment of those who defend that freedom.
I'm grateful, and I'm grateful for all the other service people that are still out there. They're heroes.
Jerry Carnes, 11 Alive News.
Our exclusive behind-the-scenes coverage is just getting started. Coming up here, meet a special volunteer who plays a crucial role in this 4th of July tradition.
It makes him really happy. The whole time he's very happy running.
And a father's love for the race becomes a family affair, the unique bond drawing them together year after year after year.
It's time now for one of your AJC Peachtree proverbs. You're running the Peachtree, you got to accept defeat. And by defeat, I mean defeat are gonna hurt like heck come later on. Ow, ooh, ow, ooh, ooh, ow, ooh, ow.